should you think of vision plans as a marketing tool or as a marketing expense? Which is a pretty common way to look at it, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as all that. And I think the question comes from at least the acknowledgement that being in network with a vision plan isn't as profitable as it once was. Reimbursement rates haven't gone up in a very long time, but the cost of everything around those reimbursement rates certainly has gone up. So the balance is kind of off. And many we hear consultants or industry experts or successful doctors say, if you think of it as a marketing expense, it can kind of work for you that way. And in a sense, that's kind of true, right? They are effectively a network that funnels patients into your practice. But there are a couple of key differences between a proper marketing apparatus and what vision plans do to drive patients through your door. I think one is that when you're marketing, which isn't the same as advertising, by the way, when you're marketing, it's every effort that your practice or your business puts out to get in front of your prospect. So marketing includes having a website, having a presence at the Rotary Club, or whatever you want to do in your community just to make yourself visible. All of that is part of marketing. What you don't typically do when you're marketing yourself is the organization you're working with to market your practice or your business does not compete directly with you. And unfortunately, with a lot of the vision plans, that is the case that we're in, right? There's a lot of competition from the same entity that's driving patients through your door. And because those interests sort of conflict, the impetus for those organizations is often to suggest that their patient go in network or go to a business that they own fully. But I think that is pretty well known, right? That these vision plans as a marketing source are also a direct competitor. And what I think is less obvious when you're thinking about this is when marketing, there are a bunch of different metrics that you want to track to see if your marketing is being successful. One of those is customer acquisition cost, which is effectively all of the costs that go into taking somebody who had never heard of your business before to them being a customer of yours. And in marketing, generally, you only pay the customer acquisition cost one time, because once they're a customer of yours, they have some amount of loyalty, some amount of commitment, and it's easier for you to add products to their list than it is for you to generate a whole new customer. But with vision plans, when they market your business to their network, you actually pay the customer acquisition cost every single year. And when that acquisition cost can be upwards of 60% of your revenue, it's really expensive. For those of you that have read Accessing Viewtopia, which is our white paper going through this in pretty great detail, there's a quote from Dr. Gilberg in there where he talks about precisely how this works. And if you think about it in terms of like a marketing expense, when wouldn't it be better to give Google $20 and keep that patient than to give one of these vision plans $80 and potentially lose that patient anyway? And I think it's a really important distinction between standard marketing and this kind of network marketing.